I'd like to speak.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
What's your name?
Certainly. So my name is Arthur Shopper. I am the director for MassResistance for California. We are an aggressive pro-family group. We are pro-life. We are pro-family. We take a strong stance on issues relating to family, gender, sexuality, as well as life. The reason I'm coming to this board, for the record, I'm very well aware of your very successful history, breaking away from Centinela Valley. I used to work in that district, and I don't want to tell you how bad it was. I'll just leave it at that. To see your success in breaking away and becoming a unified district, so that gives me a lot of hope already in bringing up a concern I felt. I've often used the Wiseburn Library over here, and I understand that it's primarily a family library. I was extremely alarmed yesterday when I see a display for LGBTQ month. Okay, these are issues that deal with very controversial, highly sexualized matters. You have students from kindergarten to 8th grade who are using this this library. I recognize that it's under county purview. I also recognize that it was through a land grant from this district. I think that you as a board should be extremely disturbed to see this subject matter front and center in a children's library. Okay, homosexuality, as it's further studied, is highly destructive to individuals. It cuts the lifespan by at least 20%. It leads to massive mental health and social discohesion issues. Transgenderism is not a civil right. It is a mental disorder. And it has become more alarming to me every year as we see this state becoming more accommodating for these destructive behaviors and masquerading them as a lifestyle. And I think that this board and the community at large, I think you should be extremely disturbed to see a school library, a family library that is advertising LGBT as a set of lifestyles or a civil right, which should be celebrated. These are destructive behaviors. We are seeing political consequences that should be alarming everyone in the state. Last year, the state legislature attempted to pass a bill which would essentially shut down every Christian college because it adopted its moral basis in biblical values as opposed to adhering to these quote-unquote discriminatory concerns. I have been...
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Have you been to the county with this issue?
That's going to be my next step. But I felt it was immediately necessary for me to speak to someone either in the Ed Foundation or certainly to the school board. And I think that you have the authority, or certainly should take the lead in speaking to someone in the county about this matter. I spoke to a grandmother at that library today. She was extremely unhappy to see these very sensitive issues promoted right in the center of the library, that this is a matter that should be what parents deal with. It should not be something that the school districts deal with. And I do not like the subversive agenda that's underneath it. I've mentioned before, we're seeing people's First Amendment rights under attack, from bakers to churches to charities, which see their First Amendment rights eroded. There's a lot of serious problems here. And I'm doubly alarmed because I'm really very well aware of how very strategic and cohesive the parent, student, teacher association, the community is here. And all the more, that's why I'm bringing it to this board's attention. I think you need to address this. I don't think kids should be learning about LGBT anything. I think that's an issue adults should be looking at. And I'd like to see this board take leadership and confront this the county library on this matter, because your students go there 5 days a week.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.